My mum would, or my parents would, hide an Easter egg in the house for each of us, and then we have to find it. So I have hidden an Easter egg in the living room somewhere for you, so you can find it. I will say it's like this big. So, oh, it's burning hot.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Oh my
I'll be
god,
careful.
it's beautiful. Oh my god. Thank you so much. Oh, tell your mum I say thank you. That's lovely. Thank you so much. Should I open it? Thank you so much. This will be devoured in about 20 minutes. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Yeah? Oh, what do you want?
Now, yeast. This isn't in focus. Hello, it's currently Thursday, 6th of April. So, for those who celebrate, happy Easter. Ramadan Mubarak to those who celebrate Ramadan, of course. And for those who don't celebrate either, happy Thursday. I started my morning by going on a walk around the park, and then I went to the shops on my way back to the flat. Got a couple of things. We made banana pancakes, as you probably saw, that were delicious. Because I went home to Norway in March, my mum bought an Easter egg and some sweets to give to Hannah, so I put that together and hid it for her because that's what my parents would do when I was younger at home. It was a really nice lunch, brunch, whatever you want to call it. On that, don't really have much planned today. The weather is really nice, so it's a shame to like stay inside, but I've already been outside today for like my walk and there's not really much else to do. I think I might just read. If you're wondering what I'm reading at the moment, what is it? As always, I'm reading more than one book, but I am reading Weather Girl by Rachel Lynn Solomon. I'm 67 pages into the book. I still have a while to go, like I haven't gotten that far into it. I started this book actually, I think last summer, but then I couldn't really get properly into it, probably because I just wasn't in the mood. But now I'm a bit more into it, I think. Because I restarted, because I'm like in my fully romance era, which I say every single time I film a video I feel like now, but I haven't read a fantasy book since Chain of Thorns, which was end of January, beginning of February. So I haven't read a fantasy book since then. I have tried, but I just can't get into it, and I don't know if I'm just like stressed and so I feel like I need like a more easy read, and like to me romance books are always an easier read than a fantasy book. Not saying that the topics are easy, because you obviously have romance books with difficult topics in them. That's difficult in a different sense. With fantasy, especially when the author has created this whole new world for the story, it's just a lot more for your brain to think about, because then you have to picture this whole new world in your head. Whilst with a romance book, you don't have to do that because they live in the normal world and it's just the characters doing their thing. That's why I've been reading romance books lately and it's going well. So reading this, I am enjoying it, but I haven't gotten like that far into the story yet, but it's definitely giving me the same vibes as Set It Up, the movie, if you've seen it, with Glenn Powell, is that his name? And Zoe, Deutsch, I think her name is. It's on Netflix if you haven't seen it. Basically, we meet Ari and Russell, who both work for the same TV place. Ari is basically a TV presenter, but she's a meteorologist, and Russell is a sports reporter. And basically, their two bosses used to be married. They're now not married anymore. They're divorced, and they're fighting a lot in the workplace. And Ari and Russell come to the conclusion that if they can manage to set them up again, and if they can get their bosses to be happy again, then that will solve a lot of things for them in the workplace. And then obviously along the way, more things happen. So yeah, that's that book. At the same time, I'm also reading an arc that I got from NetGalley, which is Sarah Adams, is that her name? Sarah Adams' new book called Practice Makes Perfect. I have realised that a lot of these romance books that I'm getting arcs for recently are like almost sequels to books that I haven't read that have been published. Case in point, The Love Wager by Lynn Painter, which I got an arc for before Christmas, like before it was released, and I absolutely adore that book. One of the main characters in that book is the brother of one of the main characters in Mr. Wrong Number, which is one of her previous books that she's written. I didn't know this. And like, for romance books, when you know you'll get a happy ending and the couple will end up together, it's not really a spoiler because you know that they'll end up together. So both of the main characters in Practice Makes Perfect were side characters in another book that Sarah Adams published last year, I think, called When in Rome, which I've been meaning to read, to be fair, although I didn't know anything about it. And currently reading Practice Makes Perfect, I've now understood that When in Rome doesn't actually take place in Rome, Italy. It takes place in Rome, Kentucky. But yeah, these are just things I'm figuring out as I'm reading. And I just find it funny, because then if I enjoy Practice Makes Perfect, which I currently am, to be fair, I could always go back and read When in Rome, and I was like, oh, that's them, like how that's these side characters, like love story, like how I did with The Love Wager when I went back to read Mr. Wrong Number, which, to be fair, I wasn't a big fan of, but The Love Wager is amazing if you want a romance wreck from me. That's a little reading update for the week. I realised I matched the wall today. That was not on purpose. I don't normally go around trying to match the colours of my clothes to the colour of the walls in the rooms I'm in, but here we are. Happy Friday, everyone. I have just gotten ready for the day because I'm going to town today. Honestly, just for fun. I have nothing that I need to get done today, and it's such a beautiful day. It's sunny, blue skies. I want to go book shopping. I'm kind of on a book buying ban, so I'm not meant to buy any books, but I can physically go into bookshop and not buy any books. Like, that is not a struggle for, okay, it's a slight struggle, but I could manage with that. Although I did see that Watchstones did have double points for the Easter weekend. Well, I think I have like one stamp left to get another £10, but I already have £20 in my account to spend. So if I do buy books in Watchstones today, I'm not actually spending my own money from my bank account. I'm spending money from my Watchstones account, and so it's fine. It's fine. I do want to see if they have The Love Wager by Lynn Painter. I think I mentioned the book yesterday. I got an arc for it. When was that? Like November, December time, I think. And I really enjoyed the book, so I want to get a physical copy of it. So I'm going to see if Watchstones has that in stock. Other than that, I also want to go to Boots to see if there's some new skincare things in the shop, because I'm waiting for some Bioma products to come out in store, and they are coming out in April sometime. I just don't know what time, so I don't actually know. Oh, on the topic of skincare, don't know if anyone else that watches these videos are into skincare, but I am, and I figured I'd share some of my favorite products. I've started using a couple of new things, some that I've been using for like a while, so I thought I'd show some of them to you. Let me know if you guys are also interested in skincare, because as someone who's struggled with acne for like since high school, so for the past like 7 years, as someone who's struggled with acne for like the past 7 years, the past couple years, just my skin just was not vibing with me, and so I had like really bad hormonal acne like outbreaks like along my like this bit, like around my chin and like neck and stuff. Still dealing with a bit of scarring. I've got like a bit of like makeup today, so nothing much to cover up, but I just still have like a bit of like scarring. Well, not really scarring, but like hyperpigmentation and stuff. And yeah, but for the most part, I've got my acne under control, I think. But I thought I would share some skincare products with you anyway, that I've been loving as someone who's dealing with post-acne stuff. Also, if you're wondering, my skin is like oily combination skin, and these products work really well for my skin, I've found anyway. Something I have been loving, and I've been using this for like the past 2 years now, is the Cosrx Advanced Snail Musing Power Essence. Funny thing, for any of my friends, I think, well, close family, whatever, I detest slugs. Like, see how people are scared of spiders? No, spiders, fine. Any other insect, snakes, like that's fine. Slugs on the other hand, disgusting. I am very much the kind of person who will try any kind of food. If I ever go to France, well, I've been to France, but if I ever go to France and someone asks me to try a snail, I simply won't be able to do that. I'm sorry, I would, but I can't. So the fact that I'm putting snail mucin on my skin every day, very strange for me. But this is honestly such an amazing product. Also, I'm not sponsored by anyone to say this is just my personal opinion. But I honestly really love this. I put this on after I've washed my face in the morning or in the evening, and my skin is still a bit damp, and then I put a bit of this on, and it really helps keep the moisture in my skin. I think especially with someone who struggles with acne, like a lot of the products to target acne, especially for like Western skincare brands, it's very often that they just recommend you to use lots of like chemicals, like BHA, whatever, and a lot of like very strong things that like strip away your skin barrier. So this has definitely helped with my skin, just to like keep moisture in and stuff. And yeah, taking care of your skin barrier whilst also using strong products to fight your acne is a must, I have to say. Speaking of hydration, I bought this moisturizer a couple weeks ago, and I've been wanting to try it for ages, but I haven't. But I bought the Inculist Omega Water Cream. It was on sale when I was in Boots a couple weeks ago, and I needed a new moisturizer because my one had run out. This is lightweight and hydrating, it says on the packet, and it actually is. I love this. It's so like lightweight and for someone who's got oily combination skin, you don't want a really like heavy thick moisturizer, and this is honestly so good, and it feels really like nice and smooth on my skin. If you want to wear makeup, this is also a really nice like base for it. Obviously you can use primer and whatever else that you want as well, but I've been enjoying this a lot. So 10 out of 10 in my books, Inculist. And of course, with the sun being out, well, you should use sunscreen every day, but I've also been trying a new sunscreen. This has been all over TikTok. So you've probably already seen it if you're on the skincare side of TikTok or Instagram, YouTube, whatever. But I've been using the Beauty of Joseon Relief Sun Rice and Probiotics SPF. It's got SPF 50 and PA++++. Don't know what that means actually. I've been really enjoying this. It's very lightweight as well. Comes off white, but when you rub it in, it literally like goes away like that. I have been using for the past couple of years the La Roche-Posay lightweight, what's it called? Like light fluid, invisible fluid something, which is also really lightweight, but that's really runny. But this one is a bit more on the creamier side. It's not like that thin, but like it just goes away when you like rub it into your skin. So I have been enjoying this a lot as well, and I use this and then I put on my makeup, and like my makeup sits on the whole day. So it kind of works as a primer as well. I'm not gonna like do marketing for that it works as a primer, but it does for me. Although I will say I don't use a lot of face base makeup. The only thing I have for like my base today is the Collection Filter Finish, which is like really thin, just like illuminator thingy to make my skin glow a bit. And speaking of glow, another thing that I cannot tell you, if, like already said, this is not a sponsored video whatsoever, but this product is the only thing that I've personally noticed has made a difference to my skin with hyperpigmentation. I went to Paris last year to visit Adele, my friend. I went end of February, start of March in 2022. And in the airport on my way back to Edinburgh and Paris, I saw that they were selling the Caudalie Vina Perfect Radiance Serum. This one. This little bottle, it was on sale, which is why I bought it. It is quite expensive just for like the normal price, but as someone who struggled with my skin for like 7 years, I have been spending a lot of money on skincare. And I will say, obviously a lot of the time it's marketing. I understand that. But I was like, you know what? What's one more product to try? What if it's the one? And I've never looked back. I have never looked back. This is literally the only thing that's helped me reduce my hyperpigmentation. And I can, with hand on my heart, say that this is my favorite product I've ever tried. Because I think as someone who struggled with acne for such a long time, I know a lot of other people who are struggling. If you're watching, it's something that everyone goes through. Especially when you have acne on your face. Your face is the first thing that people notice when they see you. And so having acne, although it's nothing you should be ashamed of if in any way possible, it does knock your self-confidence a bit, because you feel like you're not looking the best that you should or whatever. So I felt, even though at this point last year my skin was getting a lot better with like my acne, I still had a lot of like hyperpigmentation, and so I was like, oh my god, like my skin is horrible. I'm never gonna get it back to like that flawless filter finish, whatever. And I'm not saying my skin is flawless still. I will say after that whole stint, I got rid of a lot of my hyperpigmentation because of this serum. And then my acne came back in full force. But we're back again with what I would like to say is pretty nice skin. I do still get spots, and yeah, I'm not gonna deep dive into my skincare history because no one's interested in that. But yeah, these are some of my new favorites and old favorites. If you guys want to know more about my skincare products and what I enjoy and what not, do let me know if you're interested. I'm going to head into town now. I'll bring you guys along with me, although I hate public vlogging. I'll do it for you. Yeah, planning to get the train into town and then just walk around a bit. I'm hoping it's not too busy, but it's Easter weekend and kids are out of school, so it probably will be quite busy, but I'll survive. It'll be fine. Don't know if you can see, but I ended up changing my outfit well, I say outfit, I changed my top because it didn't really work with my jean jacket. I think this is better. Also, because it's sunny and I'm looking out the street and people aren't wearing like puffer jackets, so I'm hoping that this will be fine. If not, I might be cold, but it's okay. I can brave the cold weather if I need to. Let's go. I have a mini book haul for you. I ended up going to the Works as well as Waterstones. Neither of them had the book I wanted. I did see a lot of other books that I wanted to read, but one, because I need to restrain myself and I wasn't meant to buy any books, and two, I have a really long TBR, like physical TBR, that I need to get on with. And three, a lot of the books that I saw that I wanted to read, I knew I wouldn't read like within the next couple of weeks anyway. So I was like, there's no point in me buying these books now when I'm not going to read them anytime soon. The two books I ended up picking up, one I've seen like everyone on TikTok, everyone's crying about it, like crying over it, not crying about it. I've been a bit on the fence whether or not I was going to pick this up, but I ended up picking up anyway. And it's 1,000 Boy Kisses by Tilly Cole. I have for the most part heard good things, but not like raving reviews either. So I'm not entirely sure how to feel about it, but I kind of want to do like a video just reading books that have been hyped up by the internet for a week or something. And so I figured this would be a good book for that. I have also heard that this is really sad, and one thing is the love interest, the guy in the book, is from Norway. If you didn't know, I'm from Norway as well. And so I have seen that they do speak a bit of Norwegian in here, and I'm going to go out on a limb here and assume that the author isn't Norwegian based on their name. I could be wrong. Oh, she's from England. I don't know how she came about having a Norwegian character in her book. It's meant to be quite sad, so we'll see how I enjoy this. It could be fun. Maybe I'll do just a reading vlog for this one, or one for more, but we shall see. And then the second one is one that I thought I'd read for some reason, but I hadn't. And that's Just My Type by Fallon Ballard. I might actually have read one of the author's previous books because I definitely recognize the name. Courtney K, a different author I assume, says, with supremely relatable characters, sparkling wit, and a second chance rivals to lovers' romance to die for, Just My Type is an unputdownable showstopper. A page-turning second chance romance bursting with crackling banter and delightful characters. Lacey Walden says, an absolutely perfect romantic comedy. I'm very much in a romance mood. Like, this book is the perfect book for the mood I'm in right now, which is why I picked it up. I will probably be reading potentially both of these books in a vlog very soon, so look out for that if you're interested. Yeah, that's just my little haul for the day. I honestly haven't bought any books in what feels like such a long time. I basically pre-ordered all the books that I thought I was going to read, my most anticipated reads, for the first 6 months of 2023 on Black Friday last year, which is why I haven't bought that many books. I am also, obviously, as I said, trying to read all the books on my physical TBR. I am kind of ruining things for myself by reading more arcs and requesting more arcs from NetGalley, but I can't help it. My plan is to sell some of these books anyway, so I'm going to take those off my shelf and then see how many books I have left. And then I actually do need to read quite a lot of the books within the month, because in a month my mom's coming to visit and I need her to take some books home, and I obviously want her to take only books that I've read. If you are enjoying my Glasgow diaries and you want more, then please do subscribe if you wish. If you want to see what I do on an almost everyday basis, I do have a bookstore account as well, which is Book by Amanda, which you can follow if you'd like. And yeah, until next time, happy reading.